My job is to give you the house rules. Very simply, first and foremost, I know we are living in a digital age, but please can I ask that all cell phones be put on silent to an immediate effect. Secondly, bathrooms are out the back door towards the right. Thirdly, I'll give you 2 minutes, young ones, to communicate to your community on social media that they're able to witness this occasion via our live stream taking place on YouTube and Facebook on the Gauteng Department of Education's pages. I'll repeat, that's YouTube and Facebook on the Gauteng Department of Education's pages. The live stream will be continuing until the end of this event. Lunch will be served at the end of the event in the hall at the back. And I want us to celebrate. Let us be happy, let us be joyous. This is no small feat what you have achieved. And I will be handing over to my co-program director, Bob Rufus here. And we have Sarah Klaas, who is our sign language interpreter. I will see you all a little bit later.
Very much, Sibu. I hope you can all hear me. I want to thank Sibu and my co-program director, Sibu Mabena. We are also having sign language Sarah Klaas, who is with us today. My name is Rufus Mutana. I'm the head of the Department of the Gauteng Department of Education. You are all welcome. I want to start by greeting you and welcoming you to this particular session. But I just want to state up front that today's event is a day of celebration, is a day of honoring our achievers, is a day of recognizing the class of 2024, is a day of applauding this particular class of 2024, but also a class to share with them some of the goodies which we want to use as a motivation to acknowledge their performance for 2024. They indeed made us proud, and I think they deserve a round of applause. I want to also do the following acknowledgements. I want to acknowledge the presence of the Premier Panyazali Sufi, the Premier of the beautiful and vibrant province. I also want to acknowledge the MECs present here, in particular MEC Madume Chiwani, the MEC of an important sector in our society and which is making waves, positively so. I'm also wanting to acknowledge MECs who are here today, MEC Ramokopa, MEC Peterson. We welcome you all and we appreciate the support from your departments and from EXCO. I want to appreciate the DG of the province, the former HOD of Education. You laid a good foundation, DG, and we are flying because of that foundation which you laid. Ndate, I call him Lucas Musui. We also want to acknowledge the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee, Mem Tongo. She's with us today. Also, she's the chairperson of Education Portfolio Committee, a Portfolio Committee we are counting to. We appreciate her presence today. Acknowledge all the MPs and MPLs present today who are with us. And also acknowledge the Vodacom, the hosting venue, the Vora World, owned by Vodacom. Most of the executives are here, and I know they are being led by Videsha Prof. Veraja, I hope I pronounce it properly, Vodacom Business Director, who will also be addressing us. I also want to acknowledge all the HODs who are here. Every year when we are celebrating the class of NSC of a particular year, HOD of this particular province come to support us. HOD Sisula, I saw here, MEC Mutlaneng, MEC Blake, I think you saw there. Yeah, and then HOD Mutlaneng, not Mutlaneng. Oh, HOD, sorry, I'm promoting them. Maybe one day in their next life they'll get into politics. We're also acknowledging the advisors who are here, in particular Advisor Takia, probably also Advisor Takil is also here. We're acknowledging the NGP associations present here. All of them, I believe that they are here. All organized labor organizations. I saw PS of SANTU, I also saw how is well represented, and all the other unions. I think PO is also here. We acknowledge them. We also acknowledge the principals of the schools who are here today. They are the CEOs of the schools where these learners are performing, the teachers who have propelled these learners to reach what they've reached in the class of 2024. We acknowledge you and we also applaud you. We're also acknowledging the GDE team, the team which I'm privileged to lead. I finished my first year at GDE in December 2024. Therefore, I led this team. The results we're celebrating, we got them during my first year as a substantively appointed HOD. And I want to acknowledge them and thank them for their support, in particular all the top management teams, the DDGs, the chief directors, the directors, and all staff members, because every staff member in the GDE counts. And in particular, we want to also to acknowledge the presence of our foot soldiers, the district directors, the curriculum team, who are their front runners. All of us are behind, propelling them, fueling them, but they are the front runners, district directors and curriculum team, to work with schools, teachers, to ensure that our learners get what they deserve. I think they deserve a round of applause, colleagues. I would also like to acknowledge Metho Goniwe, which has been supporting us on training of teachers and governors. They're here. I think the CEO, Matlamu, should be here. Saibono is also here, which is supporting us with the math science programs. We've got also representation from South African Principal Association. I saw the president of the province is here. We acknowledge all the DBE officials present here, all the members of the Portfolio Committee of Education. They are all here. I saw Honorable De Santos, at least, and other members. I see them, they're here. Thank you very much. And I'm taking long to acknowledge all these dignitaries so that we don't miss anyone in terms of the acknowledgements. HOD Barkley, I'm told, is also here. We want to acknowledge him accordingly. We're also acknowledging all the friends, supporters, and people who encourage us throughout the year, and they kept on saying, you can do it, go for it, don't give up, push harder, you'll make it. And today we're here to also acknowledge them. They're here to come and celebrate with us. Maybe before I hand over to the MC, or I call the MC to the stage, I just want to indicate, or maybe to share with you, the profile of the class of 2024. What did this profile of 2024 look like? Is a profile which started school in 2013, being 190,000 of them. They are the 17th cohort of the NSC, National Senior Certificate. They are the 11th Curriculum Assessment Policy Statement cohort. They are also the 5th cohort which was affected by COVID. When they were doing grade 8 and 9, were undergoing that particular pandemic called COVID. Therefore, they survived COVID as they are here today. They are the 7th cohort with a combination of new subjects, and we believe that they are represented as well. In terms of the exams, this exam was one of the biggest exams programs we ran in the department since 1994. We had 136,000 odd candidates writing the NSC in 2024. We had 931 exam centers, and we had 12,232 marking staff or personnel. But during this particular marking session of the exams last year, we also lost 2 markers, and may their soul rest in peace. Ms. Jonas, who was a marker for Isiko's, passed away last year during the marking session. We also visited them, and we also acknowledge one of the colleagues who also was involved in the exams, Mr. Lawrence Pakiso Mfuke. May their souls rest in peace. That is the profile of 2024. If you ask me today, I may not be well. I've got a backache. I'm normally hyper, but today I'm toned down because I've got a backache. The reason why I've got a backache, last night I jumped so high that I forgot that I'm no longer 21 years old. And because I'm no longer 21 years old, though, that particular jump affected me. Therefore, I'm limping, but I'm happy I've got a partner in Cebu as a co-program director who will be helping me to run this particular program. Lastly, I just want to welcome our learners. Can you all please stand up so that we can acknowledge you? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a representation of the class of 2024 in the Gauteng province. We call them here today to come and recognize them and represent the 136,000 learners who wrote matric last year. You are welcome, and today we are going to celebrate you. You are our celebrants, and we are going to enjoy and dance and give you goodies because you did us proud. Thank you very much. Having recognized the achievers, I also want to indicate that those learners, remember, as a province, we got 88.4%, which the MEC will confirm. The other percentage of learners who did not make it, we just want to encourage and also acknowledge the parents who are here, that please make sure that those learners go back to school. Our schooling system is ready to accommodate them. If they don't want to go back to school, there's a second chance program where they can write in June. Therefore, we also want to support them. Those who are feeling somehow disturbed psychologically and otherwise, we also have all the services in the department which can support them. 24-hour hotline, child line, SABC, where they can call if they feel pressured, so that they can accept the results of 2024 and ensure that we can have them back in the system come 2025. As I call MEC not Matumechilwani, but I want to call the Vodacom Business Director, Videsh, to come and welcome us to this particular venue so that we can feel at home before we say anything else. What I've done was just to welcome all people to this particular venue and all protocols of that. Thank you very much.
Imagine a city where everything was connected. Power, health, education, mobility, security, and all of it was working together to make everyone's lives better. Well, you don't have to imagine it. It's already here. Free Wi-Fi in taxis for commuters. Improving water and power delivery to communities. Providing fast, effective emergency services. Making South Africa's streets safer. Empowering the leaders of tomorrow. Together, we can build a smarter, better, and more vibrant future. Further together. Vodacom Business.
Thank you, HOD Rufus. I so admire that level of energy, and I can see the pride that's there. So, welcome to everybody. Thank you for making the time today. I would like to take the opportunity to welcome our very distinguished guests that we have here today, starting with our Honorable Premier, Mr. Panyasa Lesufi. Thank you for making the time and for your passion that you have shown when it comes to education and many other aspects around our amazing province that we live in. Our MEC, Chilwane, and every other MEC and HOD and all the other distinguished guests that are here today. I think last night I shared the happiness when I heard the results. And I think for South Africa, it was a really important day because it gave us hope. It was setting a new standard. Our learners are now on a trajectory which is just onwards and upwards. And being part of that has been a privilege for Vodacom. So I'd like to thank the department, government, and everybody that has allowed us to be a very long-standing and a very deep and trusted partner when it comes to many of the social challenges that we face in our country, and we're very proud to be part of the celebration that's going to happen today. So I think for us as Vodacom, everything that we do is always informed by our purpose, and our purpose is connecting for a better future. And whether that is us looking at how we work from a commercial perspective or a social contract perspective, this is something that we always hold close to our hearts. And when I think about the work that the Vodacom Foundation does, which has 3 pillars, we focus on the planet, we focus on digital societies, and we focus on inclusion for all. And for me, the educational ecosystem, all the work that we do with the department really sits under this focus of inclusion for all. How do we make sure that not one child in South Africa is left behind? So digital inclusion and inclusion for all is really a huge focus for us. And there are many pillars, and today is not about talking about the great things that Vodacom does. I'm not going to go through all of it. But some of the things that I'm really proud of is what we do from a schools of excellence perspective. You know, we went from 13 schools last year to 27 because of the investment that we want to make in education. We talk about our youth academies. We talk about the e-admissions app, where some of our parents now don't have to wait in line to get access to admission for their children, and it's 0 rated. So, you know, Vodacom makes sure it's an easy but also very accessible platform at the end of the day. We talk about our Code Like a Girl's program, which is looking at STEM. And if I look at some of the amazing faces sitting in front of us, I can see some of the future leaders of STEM sitting in this room that's going to take South Africa to the next level. So there's a lot of investments that we make in the education sector itself to ensure that we are empowering, we are enabling, and it's about enabling our partnership, our departments, the departments that we work with, because we cannot do it alone. And I think, you know, the African proverb, it takes a village. So I also want to welcome the learners that are here today, that have made us very proud, the parents, the families, the support systems, and everybody that has really made such an effort to make sure that our results are something we can be very proud of. And so, like I said, I don't want to take a whole lot of time talking about Vodacom. I think for today, the spotlight really is on our learners, on the Matric class of 2024. We are very, very proud of you. And we're very, very keen to see what the next step is as you raise that bar and make sure that the next generation has something more to look forward to. So thank you for that. We would like to pay tribute to the Premier, who has always been very supportive, to the Department of Education, to all the departments that we work with in this province and every other province. It takes a village, and we have together created an environment that has made history in South Africa, and it's a day to be very proud of. So as Tata Madiba used to say, education is the weapon which we can use to change the world. So I look forward to seeing what lays next for our educational environment in South Africa. We look forward to partnering with the department to make those goals a reality, and we look forward to seeing what comes next from our learners. So onwards and upwards, guys, you've set the bar. It's time to really get to that next level. So welcome, everybody. It is a celebration. Thank you for coming, and I look forward to a wonderful day with you.
Thank you, Vidasha. Indeed, it takes a village to raise a child. That's why Vodacom is part of that village. We appreciate it. Vodacom, together with other sponsors, we appreciate the support and we feel at home now that we've been welcomed to this particular venue. Vodacom has been our partner for some time. And as Videsh sits down, we also want to now move to the core business of the day, being welcomed. But to this particular venue, I want to call upon MEC Matumeshilwane to officially release Gauteng provincial results. But before he comes on stage, I just want to indicate I've got a video which will be shared on social media these days over the weekend. It excited me. It spoke about the difference between a duck and an eagle. A duck and an eagle. A duck, I'm told, that is very noisy. It looks like it's complaining all the time. Quack, quack, quack. But because it's in the water and it's relaxed, it looks very vulnerable. Anybody can grab it and do whatever you want to do with it. It looks like easy prey to predators. It looks relaxed and comfortable and accepting the status quo. And lastly, it looks like it's ready to fall asleep. At any moment, any given time, it can go to sleep, as long as the time is full. I don't think GDE is that kind of an animal attack. Just in that video, there's also a comparison between this duck and an eagle, which I believe GDE, identical education, should be like an eagle. One of the things about an eagle is agile. It can change direction at any moment given the situation at hand. It's quick. It flies above all other animals in the sky. It has strength. It looks invincible. But the most important element about an eagle is that it's goal-oriented. It targets its prey and it goes for it without hesitation, with energy and the strength it has. And that's the GDE which we want to lead, and we are leading now, MEC Matumechilwa. MEC Matumechilwa doesn't want to be introduced. He said that when you introduce him, you read about him, you read the profile about him, whether he's got an MBA degree, he's been ANC youth leader, he has done chairperson of Patrol Committee. That's not important. Therefore, I'm not going to introduce him in that way. I'll rather introduce the sector rather than introducing him. And this particular sector is a sector which is visible, which is education, is the second biggest subsystem in the country after KZN. I'm not introducing Matumechilwa, by the way. It's a sector in the Gauteng province which is comprising more than 100,000 employees. And I must say that this sector, not Matumechilwa, by the way, can fill up FNB. It has 3,000 schools with over 3 million learners. I'm not introducing the MEC, by the way, I'm talking about the sector. This particular sector in the province is offering over 80 subjects. The highest ever in any other province. Why? Because we also offer all languages offered in this particular country, including foreign languages. Is a province which has produced, or a department which has produced ministers, I don't want to mention their names, premiers, I don't want to mention their names, DGs, I don't want to mention their names, both national and provincial, CEOs, I don't want to mention their names. And then lastly, I'm not introducing that Matumechilwa, by the way. Since 2022, this particular province and department has been on an upward trajectory in terms of matric results, NEC. So that is the profile of the sector. And having provided the profile of the sector, I would like to call upon our MEC, our executive authority in the department to come and announce the performance of class of 2024 in Gauteng province, the beautiful and innovative province. In Dr. Matric, you are welcome on stage. I do not read your paragraph. Yeah. Thank you very much.
No, thanks. Supreme, I've done my job. The Premier emphasizes that every time I address, we need to show this. Yeah, visit Gauteng. No, thank you very much, HOD and the program directors. I
I took my I apologize if it's yours, I don't know, belongs to. Why are you all serious? We're here to celebrate and you're all serious. You're worrying me. I was going to say you're making me nervous. But because this is my job, so you can't make me nervous. Thank you once more for coming through. This is a beautiful day. We're here to celebrate. That's why we're here. We're here to celebrate and to recognize these shining stars of today, our learners. Program directors, the Premier of Gauteng Province, Ntate Lesufi. You know the fact that Soros is not around anymore. It used to be nice to say, hey, we know today you are happy. So now we can never determine your mood. Because we knew that if Soros lost, the Premier is not in a good mood. If it has won, we know that it's the right time to go and approach him with a proposal. So, fellow MCs, you missed out on that great opportunity. MEC Peters, SABC Ramkhopa, thanks for coming through to support. Premier, these MECs really are supportive to the sector and to the department. That demonstrating their passion for education. And not education at the level of the province alone. Even at the level of a school, they can tell you the challenges of the school and what they want to see happen in the school. So they're doing a lot of work in the communities. Thanks for coming through. Leadership of the local councils that are here, including the mayors, MCs, and councillors that are present here. Chairperson of the portfolio committee, and also the honorable members that I see here. Chairperson Mtromo. I always thought she was Zulu until I went to what was that program? The budget report. And she was so fluent in Zonga. She addressed the whole event in Zonga. I was very surprised. I always thought you only speak Zulu. That was quite impressive. Honorable Dos Santos and other members that are present here, I can see you. The reason why I'm mentioning Honorable Dos Santos, when I speak right, he speaks left. So I'm happy that he's here to witness. So that this time, when you go out here, you speak proper things. Officials of the Department of Education that are here led by the HOD, all staff are recognized. Our sponsors and partners, in particular Vodacom, and all of you that I've met earlier. I appreciate what you are doing to support our sector. Leadership of the SGBs, unions, faith-based organizations. In fact, Premier was saying around faith-based organizations, and we need to go back to that period where just as much as we say we must have adopted a cop, we must also have an adopted pastor at our schools. Just give them prayer, and once a week or twice a week, just go and pray for them. Because these leaders need prayers. So for that divine intervention, you can never undermine it. So I really hope that the faith-based organization is listening. Civic associations, youth and learner, student bodies, principals, educators, parents, and our VVIP for the day, our top achievers, and all our learners that have pulled through in the past 2024 academic year. Today, we're here not just to celebrate numbers on a page, but years of dedication, countless hours of study, and the unwavering determination of our matric class, the class of 2024. Your exceptional results are a testament to your resilience and brilliance. Through sheer determination and tireless commitment, you have transformed your dreams into reality, demonstrating that excellence is born where dedication meets perseverance. Premier and honored guests, whilst our strategies and priorities capture a bold vision of a future Gauteng education system, this can only be realized through investment of the right resources for the right purpose. Our approach in Gauteng is multifaceted and is directed to address the quality of learning through quality improvement strategies to improve classroom performance of teachers and the active learning of children in classrooms across all schools in the province. And at the same time, we're introducing interventions that compensate for poor family literacy level and the impact of poverty in a large percentage of our communities in Gauteng. And as all the HODs that I have not mentioned, you are recognized. I would have made a mistake, especially infrastructure. And schools are important, so they are recognized, and safety. There is a recent and rapidly growing appetite for figuring out and accomplishing what is increasingly referred to as a whole system reform. That is how to improve all schools in a district, a region, a state, province, or country. For a long time, there's been the realization that better education is the key for societal and national productivity and personal and social well-being. Only recently, we are beginning to see the interest turn into specific questions about how we actually go about the whole system reform. What pathways from what starting points are going to get results in a reasonably short time frames? How do we actually raise the bar and close the gap for all learners? To ensure effective teaching and learning, the focus of our strategies in Gauteng are geared towards the learners and the classroom as a unit of change. For effective teaching and learning to take place, we have to ensure that classrooms are fully functional. We must continue to demand accountability for results, particularly in chronically failing schools. The purpose is not to punish the management, teachers, and learners, but to provide the right combination of incentives, support, and resources that will accelerate the changes needed to improve the quality of education in those schools. The systematic approach we adopted is premised on the considered assumption that urgent relief to the system from the debilitating learner performance cited above will come from tackling macro and systematic aspects first before attention is paid to micro aspects. This makes sense particularly in a context where most schools in the broader education system are dysfunctional. The model we have adopted proposes that in a situation where the majority of institutions are underperforming, a systemic approach is required to fix the failing systems. It makes sense too, in terms of resource allocation, by tackling key aspects that will have a wide and longer term effects, across the system in terms of change management, where the focus is ensuring system functionality before focusing on how to secure excellence in the subsystem. While this approach does not suggest a revolution, it proposes instead a planned widespread reform that includes defining and rolling out the necessary support and monitoring system. Today we are gathered here to announce the 2024 National Senior Certificate, the NSC examination results. It is without doubt that the 2024 academic year will be remembered as the year that faced budget cuts all around. The provincial government, through the Education Department and its strategic partners, continue to work tirelessly to strike a balance between containing the impact of the pandemic and the 2024 academic year. Honorable Premier and guests, despite a difficult environment arising from a rapidly growing system and a tough economic condition, the Gauteng Department of Education registered significant achievements in the delivery of quality basic education through its programs and intervention in the 2024 academic year. Despite severe budget pressures, we have delivered on our core mandate, and as we celebrate the class of 2024 with much pride and excitement, it's only fitting and a privilege to recognize that our success are due to our collective commitment to growing Gauteng together. In this regard, I reiterate our commitment is to pursue a quality, equitable and inclusive basic education system for all young people of our province. Therefore, colleagues and friends, the matric class of 2024 has faced significant disruptions over the last 3 years, in fact 5 years, with more than half of teaching time lost in grade 8 and 9 due to the pandemic. The matric class of 2024 was confronted with an unprecedented crisis. They lost more time in their grade 8 and 9 schooling year, impacting on their foundational knowledge and skills. We are therefore seeing the success of the efforts by the provincial department, schools, learners, and their parents in compensating for the detrimental effect of lost teaching time, especially on those subjects that are time intensive. Ladies and gentlemen, the National Senior Certificate Examination is one of the external nationally validated tools by which we measure our progress in attainment of learning outcomes of our schooling system. The GDE is one of the largest in terms of the subsystem nationally. Equally, we pride ourselves as a province that we produce some of the highest overall pass rates and bachelor passes in the country. As a province, our contribution to the pool of young people who are positioned to transition to post-schooling and access further higher education is without question. The class of 2024 achieved a pass rate of 88.41%. And this is the best performance since 1995. In fact, it's the highest in Gauteng history. A 3% improvement from 85.4 from last year. So therefore, congratulations to the class of 2024. This is your hard work and resilience has been justly rewarded. Gauteng's sustained performance confirms the fact that our system is stable and resilient system. In addition, we are very diverse. This province is very diverse. The HOD spoke about all the official languages, 12 of them. We're the only one who does that. And then we've got another 10 non-official languages. So we are covering the whole continent, if not the world. That languages that are possible to be written in our country, we are officiating them as a province. And it shows that this system is benefiting from careful planning, direct attention, and targeted interventions, despite it being under severe pressure. So therefore, this performance must be celebrated in the unique and complex nature of Gauteng education system. I saw one leader that was trying to compare IB and NSC and speaking about bachelor pass, bachelor pass, and I thought to myself, if you are paying 200,000 rent school fees and your child fails, I'm sure the principal of that school's life will be at risk. I'm certain. Now the fact that it's not 100% is worrying. I will get to schools to do a comparative. So, when I speak about bachelor, they move from 30%, and I'm happy that the minister, in fact, the deputy minister started, the minister confirmed. Honorable Santos, the minister confirmed that there is no such thing as 30%. So I hope I will never hear it. I like this GNU. So people now are saying things that they were not saying in the past. When we told them this doesn't exist, they saying it's existing, is this? Now is them speaking, defending that. So they are praising our work, so that is good. A staggering number of 136,000 full-time learners were enrolled to sit. And this is an increase of 2.6% that enrolled in 2023. And out of that, those who enrolled were 133,228 compared to 127,000 from 2023. And therefore, what that means is that we represent almost 20% of all learners who wrote the National Senior Certificate nationally. So it's a big number, it's a big percentage. You can imagine studying an exam and you're 20% less. The prospect of getting through is minimal. So this class of 2024, out of that, 88.4 of them managed to pass. And it's a significant accomplishment, particularly considering the challenging nature of certain examination papers and numerous observation, as well as the lingering effects of the pandemic on this level. So we have made notable strides. Out of that, we have increased our learners that passed from 109,000 in 2023 to 117,000 in 2024. That's almost more than 8,000 plus extra learners that pulled through in this academic year. And more than anything, Premier, we are proud that when Omarus was speaking about those who are copying and were not mentioned. And one thing that we must be proud of is Gauteng. We are the only province in the country that monitors all exams. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, so that you know, that as a province and portfolio chair in Klong, we are the only one who monitors all our examination, 100% coverage. And the norms of state, they speak about 70%. TB says that you can cover, provinces can't do less than 70%. We monitor all of them to a point where I even got updated. At some point, there were more monitors than those who were writing the exam. That's how much thorough as Gauteng we monitor our exams. There's no way you will copy or cheat. As you enter the examination center, you see 20 people looking at you. You realize there's hawks here. So we monitor 100% every single examination center. So you know that there's no potential of copying or anything. That's why Maurice will never speak about Gauteng in that respect, because he knows we do our job thorough as Gauteng province. Actually, for me, there's no reason why we can't have a single examination. Who are ready? Who are ready? People must not speak and say there's this IB and these other ones. Let's take our kids. Here they are. Here they are. Let's go and write one exam and see. Let's go. So they must not create conversation as if it's a football. You know, in football, football is not about winning or losing. It's about creating conversations. That's the purpose of soccer as a fan. So that we can talk and argue, my team, your player. It's all about conversations. So this can be a topic for conversation for us as politicians to argue that this one is better than that one. No, we need to resolve it by just making one examination for all and let our kids write. And the monitoring as well. Because we say we're monitoring, let's go and monitor everybody and see the result. You will see. Things are going to change drastically. People are going to move. In fact, what I know is that Gauteng, let's speak about Gauteng in particular. The people of Gauteng, residents of Gauteng, are not Peters. They don't necessarily prefer private schools. Premier, they don't prefer private schools. What they want is those good quality public schools. It's not their choice. It's because perhaps there is space or there, but for them in particular, they would rather have their child in a public school getting the quality education that's provided in those public institutions. So that's what they want. So I'll get to the aspect of numbers and the passes, but we have increased our bachelor passes, ladies and gentlemen, from 44.3 in 2023 to 52.3 in 2024. That's more than half of our children who wrote the National Senior Certificate will be eligible to go to universities and universities of technology. So that is 66,000 plus a number of learners that will be going to these universities. I must have a meeting with the VCs corner meeting to say, but just start with Gauteng learners first. Because we're in Gauteng, just take, then everyone else will come later when there's space. So we have achieved quite a significant improvement from 44 to 52%. So over 26.3% of our learners, which is 35,022 learners who wrote, passed with diploma pass. And we have noted a reduction in the higher certificate level, and which is a proper reduction. So meaning bachelor passes are increasing, the higher certificate are reducing. And this is the trend that we want. So we have noted that trend, and which is very good, and something that we are proud of. I want to particularly congratulate, I'll just mention 3 public schools for achieving 95% and above bachelor pass. Number 1 in the province is Lufering Secondary School. Now, what is special about Lufering is a no-fee paying school. And they have achieved 97% bachelor pass and 100% pass. It's a mobile school and it's free. So you can tell people that it's free. So those who are paying 200, 300,000 a year, they can bring their children there, take this money, bring it here, and buy school uniform and shoes for all the other learners in the school. Because for me, the right is that whether you've paid 200,000 per annum for a child to be in school or for free, this year they are going to be sitting next to each other at Vets University. So it doesn't matter. So it's you, it gets down to the parent. It's not what we're doing. What produces the here it is. And World School Gasfontein and Afrikaans World School. CN School rather, World CN School, which achieved 96.5 and 96.3 bachelor pass. And Lufering is our best school in terms of performance in our province this year. So they deserve special recognition. And because they are a local school premier, they deserve brick and mortar HMP. So I'm speaking to the premier already. When we speak about money, I must just remind you that there's a school there that deserves brick and mortar HMP. Because irrespective. And what is special about Lufering, maybe you're wondering why the school gets such results. Beyond the leadership, they've got a very good principal. She's quite good, she's very good. And the support of the district actually comes from the number 1 district. The support, obviously, of the district should be recognized. But at the center is the culture of the school. So, principal, the culture of the school matters. You need to create a culture of being proud. You ever seen these videos of these boys' schools singing and doing all that war cries? It's a culture. So it's important to introduce a set of culture into your school. When they go to events, I'm told that when they're invited to events, they come as a school, as a unit, they're together, they're united, they wear their colors with pride, they wear their blazers with pride, premium, because of the culture of the school. So the performance demonstrates that at the center of everything on is the culture of that school. So this is one school that we should use as a model for others. So it's a new benchmark for all our schools. I want to congratulate as well, obviously, Diepsloot, secondary school number 2, doing what it does best, achieving 100% premium. And this is the township schools. I'm mentioning them in particular. And Osiakekana Secondary School, they've also achieved 100% pass rate. There's also quite a number of schools that achieved 100% pass rate. I will continue, as we're giving awards, you will see them. But this one, the bachelor pass is 76%, for Diepsloot and Osiakekana 75.8. Now, what is significant about our performance, ladies and gentlemen, is that including our township schools, we've seen an improvement of the number of schools that have achieved 95% and above pass rate. So this year, we've got 372 schools that have achieved 95% and above, compared to 297 in the previous academic year, 2023. Out of this, we've got 147 schools that have received 100% pass, compared to 129 in 2023. From these schools, there's one school I need to talk to. It's called Siabong, Ramkos Siabong. Yes. It's a school in Brandfisher. That school, during the examination, was disrupted by thugs. They came in with pangas, but obviously law enforcement managed to subdue them. The area is plagued by zamas, you name them. It's a difficult area. That school, irrespective of all of that was done by criminals trying to disrupt it, it achieved 100% percent. Irrespective. So that's why I'm saying this is a special cohort. This is a special cohort. I want to congratulate the principals of the 190 township schools, including 22 learners with special educational needs schools. They have achieved 90% and above pass rate. This is up from 110 schools that achieved above 90% and above pass rate. So from 110, we achieved 190. And a total of 18 schools that has achieved 100% compared to 10 that achieved 100% in the previous academic year. That includes 6 from what we call Elston schools. So this is a new benchmark in terms of numbers. This shows how significant how we performed in the previous academic year. As a province, we have to attend to the matter of schools that consistently perform below par. So the issue of underperforming schools is something that we are resolving urgently, but we must note significant progress as well. So we will be having engagement with those schools that underperformed. I want to congratulate Klombanan Secondary School in Tshwane West for their year. In Tshwane West, who has, with tremendous effort, have turned around their performance as a school. They have moved from 63.5% in the previous academic year to 93.75% in this academic year. An improvement of 29.1%. And furthermore, the school also improved its bachelor pass from 26.4% to 50%. So well done. Well done. Congratulations. Well done. We have also made significant strides in closing the gap between schools serving poor communities, specifically no-fee township schools, and those with strong middle-class component, as shown by the narrowing gap in performance by fee and non-fee paid school. In 2009, no-fee schools achieved an average pass rate of 60.1%, with fee paid school achieving 84.2%, making the gap 24.1% percentage points between the no-fee and fee paying school. In 2024, the gap improved compared to previous. In 2023, it has improved compared to in 2024 has improved compared to 2023, which was 9.7 in 2023 and 7.7 in 2024. So that is the gap between no fee in terms of passing percentage and fee paying school. What do I mean? Township no fee paying school achieved 85.3% average compared to 82.3% in 2023. And those fee paying school achieved 93% compared to 92%. So the gap between no fee and fee paying school is 7%. That is significant. So what that means, literally, it does not matter to address, I want to argue the placement premium. It does not matter. Trust us when you place your child. Your child will succeed. Whether it's a fee pay or no fee pay, the results are there to be seen. So there is no comparative difference, literally. Actually, this year, we were carried through by no fee paying school. The 3% that you see in our result comes from no fee paying school performance. So it's worth noting that all grade 12 learners in township schools have had an opportunity to benefit from teaching and learning through investment that we've made in technology in the classroom, and this was in addition to the supplementary learning programs over weekends and school holidays. And we shall continue to consolidate our input in this area in order to maximize the utilization of these resources for improved learning outcomes. And this ultimately will lead to contributing to the narrowing of inequality gaps that still persist. Almost, and this is the comparison between the boy and the girl learners, there's almost 14,757 more girls who wrote the matric exam than boys. Out of this, 88.8% of the boys, 88.8% of the boys passed compared to 88.2% of the girls. Out of this, 52.7% of girl learners achieved bachelor pass compared to 47.2% of boy learners. And that is despite the lower enrollment of boy learners. Boy learners' pass rates are higher than those of girl learners when it comes to maths and science performance. So I'm not saying that boys are smarter than girls in maths and science. So it shows us there's a challenge that we need to address. We will review and intensify our intervention in 2025 to address these disparities, because we seek to bring parity. For many, this success has been achieved under the efforts of our secondary school improvement program called SIP. These were designated private schools because of historic and other reasons. they have in the past not achieved the outcomes learners, parents, and the GT expect. So, therefore, the SIP program provides extra classes by expert teachers on Saturdays and during school holidays, as well as the final matric revision camps for some of the schools in October. In our previous year, SIP targeted over 79,225 grade 12 learners in over 436 priority schools from the word-go in January 2024. More than 85.5% of SIP learners passed, compared to 81.9% in the previous academic year, 2023. Out of this number, 43.6% of these learners managed to achieve a bachelor pass. So it is particularly pleasing to be able to tell you today that the SIP program has not only once again proven its value, but it has done so with improved results that shows that more township children than ever are benefiting from the efforts of our SIP program. The sustained improvement in results over the last 4 years shows the SIP system is improving teaching and learning inside the prioritized schools themselves. In Gauteng, in all 15 districts, they've performed above 84.5%. So all 15 districts. I'm also pleased to announce that we've got 3 districts that feature in the national top 10 districts. We are most elated, overjoyed, impressed, proud to also announce that out of those top 10 districts, Premier, we have the #1 district in our province, Joburg West. This district achieved 97% pass. 97. Just a director. What the words are saying at John Cena? Can't see you. Well, they can't see you. They see you coming. What is notable about the performance of this district, Premier? The lowest performing school got 88%. That is the lowest performing. 88% pass. So you can see that it's possible. Other directors, I know, I'm proud of you. You've done very great work. Marjabona, no. You saw the result, why? Excuse me, mind my language. Mind my language. What is the correct word? I'm looking for euphemism. It's tough, it's difficult. Zakara manje, DG. You can see the performance, 91, 89, 88, 87, 86, 85. It ends at 85. So, district directors, you can see, I don't even have to explain anything. Now the struggle is for 100% pass rate. I know that Joburg is close. It's close, but everybody we need to pull. Because remember, we don't teach learners to fail. That's not what we're doing. That's why whenever they ask me, what are you the target? I say 100%. I can't say 95%. So whose child must fail? So we are targeting 100% as Gauteng, and that is our ultimate goal every time. Because we want all our kids to go through. That's why we are teaching them. But we're proud of Johannesburg West for holding the fort from last year and this year with a significant increase. We've done a lot of work, Director and your team. Keep it up. Some ABC yesterday, primary was saying, Maranga means a TDJ, so it's nice to live in Gauteng. Can you go and stay in a village? Gauteng is nice, everything is here, you know. So, but they want to poach. You know? They say, no, we are poaching now, we must poach because we need skills, we need these results. So, but I know that our directors are committed to Gauteng. So all our districts have shown an increase between, well, on average is 2%, but it's an average outcome. But I must also go to congratulate Johannesburg East Premier, which has marked the most improvement of 6.7% from the previous academic year. Where's the director? Where's the director? Yeah, he's the chief. Stand up as well. Well done. So if I would use the municipal demarcation in terms of regions to just demonstrate the performance and outcome, Tshwane achieved 90.3% increase, 90.3% pass, compared to 87.3% from the previous academic year. The Western has shown an increase from 86.7% to 88.2%. Johannesburg has shown an increase from 85.4% to 89.6%. CDB has shown an increase from 83% average pass to 85.5%. Much more work needs to be done in Gauteng Premier because they moved from 84.2 to 23 to just 84. So it's a 0.2 drop in terms of outcome. But they are still there. We know the challenges as a region and we are investing into that area so that we get the numbers up. And it's an area with a lot of great potential. So we'll be investing there. So I'm just highlighting. We have not finalized our analysis because obviously research informs the type of intervention that we'll need to ensure that we are able to implement proper intervention to improve our results. We are forever targeting our improvement across, and we don't just make decisions. We don't assume. We take the data, analyze the data, look at it from different aspects, do a comparative, then we come up with a decision. So we've got a very strong research unit in GDA that helps us to make decisions. So when I speak, it's not me, it's not wisdom that you assume that the MBC will carry, man. It's information that has been processed and researched, and then we are able to make a decision. So that's how we make our decision. We have noticed significant improvement in subjects, notably mechanical technology has an improvement of around 5.81%, civil technology 4.23%, history has seen an improvement of 3.73%, accounting 3.6%, CU of SAICA, 3.6%. And we want that school of accounting, SOS, TDG, Benson, and SOS for accounting. With a focus on accounting, 3.5% improvement for agricultural sciences, 3.47% for economics, 3.23% for business studies, 3.13% for design, and years 1, 2.7% improvement in mathematics. We have seen a decline in science, physical science, but it's not significant. The issue of languages looms large in South Africa, in South African schooling, given that majority of our children study in a second language. This year we've seen significant increases in the numbers passing languages at higher levels. English as first additional language is the subject with the largest number of registration of 86,032 learners. And the performance of these candidates in this exam is extremely high, with almost all of them passing, which is 99.9% passing English second language. So there has been a significant increase. However, what is greatly pleasing is the number of passes in indigenous languages, home languages. The province has seen 100% pass in South African Sign Language, and the lowest is 93.1% pass, which is in Afrikaans first additional language. No, it's not your premier. So Gauteng is considered as a moderate to good performing education system in South Africa, in South African context. So as a system, where the interventions are focused on supporting learners in achieving literacy and numeracy basics. This includes providing the scaffolding for low-level, low-speed.
The following districts.
No, let me conclude here. They didn't have to disrupt me, but let me first just speak to our learners who have not achieved, who did not meet the minimum requirement. And I want to appreciate what the HOD has spoken about supplementary examination that is available, the second chance, and we have to really support these learners because it can get very difficult when you find that everybody around them have made it and are not the only one. So we really have to support our learners and to say to them that success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that really counts. So we have to just remind them that, and the support is there for them. I'm grateful as I conclude to the Premier Sufi and my colleagues in the Executive Council for joining us today as we congratulate everyone who has played a role in achieving these excellent results for Gauteng, for our learners, and for all within the GDE. And I would like to thank further the HOD and the department as a whole. Gauteng will not be celebrating these results today were it not for the massive team effort of all at head office and in the education department across the province. I want to pay special, in particular, thanks to the examination team under the stewardship of Advocate Ellison. I must get into that, Ellison Benson, the DDG, Nadine Port, Jonathan Williams, and Linda Klum. This is our examination team. Once again, we've had a clean, successful examination process in Gauteng. So I want to further thank all the district directors and the district officials for the great performance in 2024. All our districts improved, all of them. We could not have done it and we cannot do it without our educators and principals. Thousands of you, again in the past year, you have shown your dedication to the profession, to your profession, and to our children. Attending courses, participating in our in-service development offerings, upgrading your management skills, and most importantly, putting our learners at the center of your efforts every day. Let me mention the SGB Association and the many parents from across the province, without whose contribution we will struggle to achieve success as we celebrate together with you. Your efforts, your contribution to the outcomes we are able to celebrate today prove that our children and our country are best served by constructive engagement from all sides. Our teachers and unions and organizations have in 2025, again in 2024, again helped through your constructive approach to make a very important difference to the lives of many and many young people during a difficult school year. Thank you. I would like to further thank members of the provincial legislature, in particular, the portfolio committee members. Thank you for your continued oversight, holding us accountable, support. We are not enemies. I know that you are rarely. We support each other. You show us, you give us counsel, you give us guidance, and that's what we want. Collaborative. Education is a societal matter. It requires everyone to play all hands on deck. So I want to appreciate your work as a portfolio committee through the portfolio chair. I also want to thank the companies that support us annually for the Matric Awards and contribute to the awards that we presented today to our learners. Thank you very much to the sponsors. And lastly, to my children, this is your moment. Aristotle, a Greek philosopher, once declared that the roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. Congratulations. You can go now and enjoy the fruits.
Thank you very much, ABC. Before you leave the stage, we would like you to do the honors of introducing the premier to come and address us. Over to you, ABC.
Thank you. Actually, with that said, I don't want to say much about the premier. All I can say, Woi, Premier Panyasa, woi.
HOD, Rufus, I can assure you I'm not going to be long like MEC. He was supposed to do that because it is his function. I'm just here to give him support. So rest assured, I'm not going to be long. MEC Shilwan, the MEC responsible for education in our province. Let me also acknowledge the MECs that are here, MEC Peters and MEC Ramoho. I really appreciate your presence because some people think I don't have a government of provincial unity myself in the province. So it has been a very important journey I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and all the MECs that are joining us through other means. Let me also acknowledge the advisors that are here, the DG, together with the HODs that are here, the teacher sector, represented by various teacher unions, parent sector represented by various parent formations and learner formations that are here. Let me add my voice to the sponsors that are here and various business institutions that are here. We want to thank you from the bottom of our heart, not only for your contributions, but also the support that you continue to provide and to give to us. The learners that are here, I want to personally thank them for saving our face and representing us at a national platform. Honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, as this province, we took a gamble. We took a gamble to say we have to change with the change in times or we perish. We took a gamble that we will change, but at the same time remain competitive. And there were 4 areas that we adopted that were not only important for our province, but we felt that they lay a firm foundation for our children. The first decision we took was to modernize our schools. That gone are the days where the desk that you sat at 20 years ago, if you go back to that school, the desk is still there. That will modernize our schools by building quality schools that have everything. We remain the only province that have built the primary schools with laboratories, libraries, and many other amenities. We are the only province that have. So we took a gamble that we want to modernize our schools. We took a gamble that wants to modernize our high schools. You go to Katlehong, in the middle of Katlehong, there is a school led by a white principal who believed in our vision to modernize our schools. And in modernizing our schools, we also took a gamble that the resources of this provincial government must be first assigned to education and health, the rest shall follow. Purely because we believed in skills development. And I know when I said this to the DG when it was Education HOD, Albert and the team and Alison, they didn't think that this can happen. When I said a duster, a chalkboard, and a chalk in Gauteng, they must belong to a museum. In the classroom, it must be one learner, one tablet, one classroom, one smartboard, and one school, one network. That's a risk that we took. We're insulted. We're told it's not possible. And today I'm proud that of all the schools that are full ICT schools, all of them, that are full ICT schools, where there's no chalk, where there's no chalkboard, where there's no duster, there is no school that have underperformed below 70%, and majority of them are hovering around 90 and 100%. That's a gamble that we took to change the engine of an aeroplane while the aeroplane was flying. The third gamble that we took as a province, and I want to thank this leadership of education led by MEC Matumechino. This was a gamble that in Gauteng, every school must specialize. We can't do the same thing, all of us. That if there is an area in our province that is producing cars, there must be a school that trains children on how to produce the cars. If there is an economy that is growing like aviation, we must have a school of aviation to prepare our children for that economy. If there is a sector that needs to be broadened called entrepreneurship, there must be a school that assists our children in entrepreneurship. We might not have an ocean in Gauteng, but we can have a school that will assist children to understand the economy of the ocean. And we are proud that 35 of our schools of specialization today, as we release the results, there is no school that is performing below 70%, and 2 of our schools of specialization today, they are giving us 100% pass. So we took that risk. And the last risk that we took is to say, to build non-racialism might not start now, but in the province of Gauteng, we must encourage it in a manner that it assists our children to see the importance of non-racialism. What does that mean? We took a gamble to say, children of the township, there is no need for you to leave the township to say we are going to a better school in the suburbs. We twinned a school in the township and a school in the suburb, and say a school in the suburb, share your resources with the school in the township, and the school in the township share your knowledge with the school in the suburb. And we have almost 16 schools, 8 pairs of schools that we have twinned together. Today, as we release these results, all these schools have improved their performance and they are building a truly non-racial South Africa. So let me see, I'm saying this thing to emphasize one point. That to be number 3 nationally, it's not a bad start when we have gambled and took a risk to say we are not going to keep the ordinary for us to be number 1. We will adjust so that we are not like Nokia. We will adjust so that we are not like companies that collapsed when changes came. We'll embrace change and move with change and compete and be that elephant that can gallop. So we are proud of the risk that we've taken. We might not be number 1, and Free State must know, I am a daughter I pay. I am a daughter I pay. I am a daughter I pay. Allow us to go through this transition. Allow us to align our education system so that it can respond to the economy that we are in Gauteng. Allow us to conclude this transition that we have embarked to change so that we are not like a company called Kodak. You know that company of cameras? It's dead today because they failed to adjust. So in Gauteng, when the rest want to join us, we would have been ahead of them. And that's what we need to prepare these young learners to be. So we're embarking on a 3rd, a 5th critical change. It's very critical but very risky as well. To say our children, by the time they reach matric or they finish matric, they must not only chase a matric certificate, they must have other skills that they acquire during learning. So that if they fail matric, at least they've got other certificate that can be a backup in there. It's a risk that we are taking. That when they finish grade 11, for example, all of them must have a K53 driver's license, so that we don't have a problem of deaf people killing accidents during a December period. That when they reach grade 8, they must know how to fly a drone. And many other skills that are relevant. That they must fix air cons, refrigerators, fix cell phones, and have a certificate to fix those things so that we don't rely on skills that are coming from other citizens that are coming from other parts of our country or the continent. So that's the last risk that we're introducing. So, MEC Chulane, I'm saying all these things to say to you, if we are number 3 in the country, with all these changes that we've introduced, and we are still amongst the best, we must celebrate you and your team. And I want to thank you for that. We are adjusting, and the adjustment will continue. You are lucky, as I said, that you have a premier that understands this particular sector. So the budget, when we come to budget times, we give you first, and others will share the remainder. Because education is the core to eliminate unemployment, inequality, crime, and the challenges that we have in our country. So, where we are, we say, ride on, children, ride on. And we've got our support, and we'll continue to have that particular support. But there's one point that I want to emphasize. That when we said, and we are celebrating 70 years of Freedom Charter, when we said the doors of learning and culture shall be open for all, when we said we don't want Bantu education, we want quality education, when we said when the doors of learning and culture is open for all, there must be no difference for a child that is coming from a suburb and a child that is coming from a township or rural area. Today, we can say to our forebears, the doors of learning from this class of 2024, it's firmly opened, and now we've got children that can write matric freely and be judged on the content of their subjects, not on the color of their skin. Maybe you don't get this. Never in the history of this province. That we have a child that is coming from a school in Gauteng Springs. A child that is coming from a school that is not paying any fees. A child that is coming from a school in the township. When I live here, when he comes here, he will be named for the first time in the township. We have the best learner that have beaten everyone in this particular province. And I'm proud that he's coming from the township. So as we celebrate 70 years of the Freedom Charter, this is what we said, that we're going to open the doors of learning and culture. Musawenko's Utelis, my child, in mathematics, out of 300 marks, you got 299 marks. Ungapakama Musawenko's. What we have done, my child, it's not for your family, it's not for your school, it's not from your community of Gauteng. What we have done, you have demonstrated one thing, that what they thought they did when they killed Matthew Goniwe, when they killed Umkhoputsi Tiro, when they missed Usmilani, when they ensured that those that fought for a non-racial education, it will be the end of us. Today, Musawenko's, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you that Tsietsi Mashinini lives in you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Keifas Nyoka lives in you. I'm proud of you that Ashley Green lives in you. I'm proud of you that Ahmed Temo, who was killed, lives in you. And that today we are setting a firm foundation that this education system belongs to all of us and no one must exclude any child on the basis of language, on the basis of the color of the skin, and whatever it takes, we will defend it because we are not scared. We are children of Albert Lutuli, we are children of Mandela. We will defend the need for us to live together. You can see that. Tunoktula Smilani, a young lady from Limpopo, up until today, she was kidnapped and no one knows where she is and where they buried her. We are saying, Noktula, wherever you are, here are your children. They are doing exactly what they killed you for, to get access to quality education. So MEC Chilwa, indeed I endorse your call. Here's Musa Wenkosi Mthelezi. Musa Wenkosi Mthelezi is not different from the child that got distinction in IEP. And for these children to be in the same classroom or the same lecture room at Vets University or any university, UCT University, we are delaying children to learn and write one examination for all our country. If these children belong to this country, there must be one examination that all these children must write. Any examination that we claim to be the best, let's write that examination, all of us. MEC Chilwa, whether they are still putting up the regulations or whatever, we are budgeting for the implementation of Bela in Gauteng from 2025. We are putting the budget to ensure that all our children are equal and we put our resources to deal with this. We can't delay non-racialism. As I conclude, UB40 said this at a concert when they played for the then detained Nelson Mandela. They said, and I quote, "The great flood of tears that we have never cried. For our brothers and sisters who have died, over 400 years has washed away our fears, and strengthening our pride, now we can turn back the tide. And we will fight for the right to be free. And we will build our own society. And we will sing, and we will sing. We'll sing our own song. When the ancient drum, rhythm ring, the voice of our forefathers sings, forward Africa run. Our day of freedom has come, for me and for you. Amandla, Nawethu. Thank you so much.
Well, Banyasa, thank you very much. This has been the anthem of your career in Dabayamo Street. I'm Fumi Rula. And we are so happy and so proud that you have really taken on the challenge of raising Gauteng's children. I am one of those children that you have raised. In 2009, I did my matric. I think you guys are 3 years old, 3 years old. And for me, my province, my Gauteng, was here for me, and through the Gauteng City Region Academy, I was able to go to school, to the University of Pretoria, and study political science and international relations, and graduate. And now, 16 years later, I run a company, Duma Collective, which is a creative communications agency, and it employs 48 young people. And that is through the community, the village that I was raised by in Gauteng. So thank you very much for your commitment to our education as a youth. To our young people, our guests of honor, I want to thank you for allowing me to be part of this really important conclusion of a chapter in your lives, but it's more excitingly a commencement of a brand new chapter. And that is what we are going to go into now, the awarding of your awards as the beneficiaries of Gauteng, of the top learning awards. So I'm going to hand over to the team to play this intro video, and then we'll get into the program of the awards.
Gauteng, South Africa and Southern Africa's economic powerhouse, and home to no more than 16 million people. Of the 16 million residents, around 2.6 million are school children, most of whom receive their education from the Gauteng Department of Education. Last year, almost 200,000 of those learners, including part-time students, sent for the 2024 National Service Certificate, including a 12-year-long and sometimes difficult journey that started with year in grade 1 in 2013. Class of 2024 had to overcome load shedding and the disruptions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, which affected the world from around 2019. 12 years ago, they had a dream. Today, you're realizing it. All because when faced with adversity, they persevered. When it seemed impossible, they stayed the course. Today, we reward their commitment and perseverance. We honor their hard work, resilience, and sheer determination. Halala, Class of 2024. Halala.
So, Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers of the United States of America, famously said, "An investment in knowledge pays the best interest." Here I am speaking to all our sponsors. We thank you for the investment that you have made in the knowledge of the students of Gauteng. And yes, we should clap for them because they did do quite a lot. And I would like to honor all of these sponsors by reading out who they are and what their contributions were. Please, there has been quite a lot of generosity, so be patient with me as I detail exactly what we have received from this village that is raising our students of Gauteng. Starting with Vodacom, who have sponsored our venue and the refreshments for the event. Moani Rainmaker, which are the production team that are working here. The Trevor Noah Foundation, who have sponsored Checkers vouchers to the value of 20,000 Rand. Liberty, who have sponsored all of our lovely trophies that you're going to be displaying in your rooms in varsity. Old Mutual, who have sponsored 10 laptops with bags to the value of 120,000 Rand. NTN, who have sponsored 20 laptops with bags and promotional goodies to the value of 250,000 Rand. Harmony Gold Mining, who have sponsored 230,000 Rand towards varsity combos for all the learners, receiving an award consisting of an electrical iron, a kettle, an electric blanket, because it's going to get cold, hot water bottles, and an extra blanket. The IDC, who have given cash vouchers to the total value of 60,000 Rand, and the top 3 township school learners at 20,000 Rand per learner. Goldfields, who have sponsored the LSEN learners, top learners, 50,000 Rand. We have SAICA, who have sponsored 20,000 Rand cash for 2 top learners in accounting. and 10,000 Rand each, as well as 2 bursaries for learners who are going to study towards their chartered accountancy qualification, and the total bursary value is 780,000 Rand. We have Livoni Furnitures, who have given a cash contribution of 40,000 Rand. The Telkom Foundation, who have given 12 tablets, 12 routers for data and voice calls, not TikTok, and promotional items for the top learners in maths, life sciences, physics, and the top 3 LSEN learners. Nabezita coaches have contributed 6,000 Rand in cash. The Gauteng City Region Academy has given, I will hold off on that one. Gauteng Plant has given 40,000 Rand contribution towards the Learner Awards. Titinki has given 15,000 Rand contribution in cash towards the Learner Awards. Fundi Fund has given 20,000 Rand cash contribution and 80 power banks. AfriSam has given 45 cash vouchers of 1,000 Rand each to the value of 45,000. Honor Technologies Africa has given 100,000 Rand towards this event, as well as some really lovely mugs. And I said I'll come back to the Gauteng City Region Academy. Learners, please can you stand? Each of you are getting a bursary to a higher learning institution of your choice. I'm so grateful on their behalf. It's so comforting that a plan has been made for them. There are many students who don't have a plan today, but we are in the presence of you who stand on the shoulders of giants, who Premier mentioned, so many have died, so many have suffered, so many didn't even get to achieve a matric certificate. And here you are, standing on their shoulders. And I hope that when you reach the top, you're able to send the elevator down as well, because this economy is relying on you, okay? So how these awards are going to be handed out, we've got a prize per student, and then some of the subjects do have additional prizes or special prizes. So all of our learners in this room, as mentioned, will be getting certificates signed by the MEC. Please, the certificate with MEC Chirwane's signature means something in this government, okay? And then you will receive with a trophy sponsored by Liberty. You will receive a laptop with a bag. And get this, and I hope you guys open savings accounts because I don't want to see you in the streets. A 5,000 Rand cash voucher. Not to do with it, okay? A 1,000 Rand cash voucher on top of the 5,000 Rand cash voucher. A 500 Rand checkers voucher, and then the varsity combo consisting of the electric iron, the kettle, the electric blanket, hot water bottle, and a blanket, as well as the full bursary, as mentioned, from Gauteng City Region Academy. So that's quite the competition. I'd now like to request your father, Mr. MEC, Bob Chirwane, who is the MEC for Education, Arts, Sports, and Culture. I needed to mention that because he was saying that Ziyakhala in his world. So, as the Department of Education and achieving such great results, congratulations that you have led them so diligently whilst also leading another department. So please can you join us on stage as we are about to commence our award ceremony, as well as Ms. Makule Makaku from Goldfields, who is the Supervisor on Sustainable Development. Thank you very much, ma'am. As well as Mr. Zwandi Lemsimaga from the Trevor Noah Foundation, who will also be joining us to hand out our awards. Do I have you in the room? Thank you so much. As we prepare our content package, I just want to explain how we're going to do this, ladies and gents. When you see your name on stage, on the screen, please do make your way up to the stage to receive your certificate and take a picture with our dignitaries on stage. Do you understand what we're doing? Thank you so much. So we're going to start with our first category, being the top 3 learners with special education needs schools.
In third place, Destinata School, Sidibeng East District. In second place, Prince Wolf School, Tshwane West District. And in first place, Latin School, Johannesburg West District. Congratulations and well done.
A round of applause for those award winners. For our next category, please stay on stage for me. We still have quite a few to go through. For our next category, we have an addition to the prizes that were mentioned. So the learners in this category, instead of receiving a laptop, will receive an 11.5-inch Huawei tablet with a stylish pen, as well as 12.5 gigs of voice and data with a pocket router for 12 months starting from Jan to December, and all of this is sponsored by Telkom, as well as cash vouchers sponsored by Goldfields. The third position will receive 10,000 Rand and a tablet instead of a laptop. The second position will receive 15,000 Rand and a laptop instead of, and a tablet instead of a laptop. And then in first position, on top of the 5,000 Rand and the 1,000 Rand that I mentioned, the learner will be receiving 25,000 South African Rands and a tablet instead of a laptop. Thank you. Now that Ayana Karina comes up today, Lalwande Baloni, In our next category, this one goes to the top 3 schools with the most bachelor passes.
And now, for the top 3 schools with the most bachelor passes. Third place, World School North Kieva, Gauteng West District. The second place goes to World School Vaterkruov, Tshwane South District. And in first place, ladies and gentlemen, World School Gasfontein, Tshwane South District.
Can I have the leaders of the school all come to the stage to receive your award, please? We are now moving into our next category, and this one is going to be the top learners in business studies, but I do have some people I would like to join me on stage. If we could please request that Dr. Masheho from Harmony Mining, who is the Executive Director of Corporate Affairs, and Kwale Madiba, who is at Liberty as the Market Development Manager, to join us on stage to hand over the next awards. Welcome, sir. Okay. Let me please just announce that in this next category, which is the top learners in business studies, all of these students that will be making their way to the stage, which there are 13 of them, obtained 300 out of 300. I think they are seated in their seats knowing who they are, because when they were writing there was no question they couldn't answer. So, all 13 of you, when you do make your way up to the stage, I think we'll just line up because it's a big group, and we'll take a photo together and we'll hand over your awards at the end of the event. Is that okay? Let's see who they are.
Top performers in business studies. Please congratulate Ofente Rorisan Manane, Gauteng Glen Secondary School, Johannesburg Central District. Ofente Oratile Mujadao, Tulani Secondary School, Johannesburg West District. Atendao Chantel Pashoko, Sigarutwane Secondary School, Johannesburg Central District. Dikheto Knowledge Magoda, Erasmus Munaring Secondary School, Ekurhuleni South District. Siyabonga Sibize, Evelyn Independent School, Johannesburg East District. Dimpora Pasha, Fusion Secondary School, Tshwane West District. Nerutando Nomkosi Zagwe, Lishata Secondary School, Johannesburg South District. Snetemba Ndambuza, Lufente Comprehensive School, Johannesburg North District. Tadega Permudara, Landuwazi Comprehensive School, Ekurhuleni South District. Kamukhelo Kichiluka,
Lusasa Comprehensive School, Ekurhuleni District. Batabile Zandile Dlamini, Botetegendlale Secondary, Johannesburg Central District. Tebuho Gift Moate, Masisebenze Comprehensive School, Ekurhuleni North District. Precious Sipesihle Malina, Garfontein Secondary School, Johannesburg East District. These learners all obtained marks of 300 out of 400 on the exams. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, who made it on stage. Thank you very much. Dr. Mashiko and Mr. Madiba, your job is done on stage. Thank you very much. I would like to now request Ketan Osi from AT Source Africa and Ms. Matapelo Seshoho from AfriSam to please join the ABC and our HOD on stage to hand over the next category. Is for our top learners in economics. And yes, another one. Another 300 out of 300. Congratulations to all of you. And again, we're going to ask that you all come up together, just like the previous team, and you're going to take your photo and then you'll receive your award and your certificate and trophy at the end of the event. Cue video.
Next, we recognize the top performers in economics. Tsepan Valencia Ratwe, Riltumeti Secondary School, Swanley West District. Akenda Chantal Pashoko, Galutwane Secondary School, Johannesburg Central District. Tago Junior Mukadi, Jordan Secondary School, Sidibeng West District. Nukulego Isefo Mapanga, Giana Secondary School, Ekurhuleni North District. Vukara Mapeko, Ibisana Secondary School, Ekurhuleni North District. These learners all obtained marks of 300 out of 300 in the exams. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. You may leave the stage. Yes. Okay, into the next category. here we only have one learner, and this is the top learner in geography, who scored 299 out of 300. We should know but let's see who it is.
The top learner for geography is Babalo Justin Sibiwanda from the Affiliated Secondary School in Tshwane West District, who received a pass mark of 299 out of 300. Well done.
And for our next category, can I please request that Kemiso Kumwe from Gauteng Matric and Mr. Zach Madumo from Titinki come up onto stage to join us to hand out the next few awards. Do I have Kemiso in the room? As well as Zach. Okay, so our next category. This one is for the top learner in history. I expect that that person knows all of the people that Dr. Panyaza mentioned whilst on stage. Let's see who that is.
Nonjabulo Mlotwa is from Aurora Comprehensive School in Johannesburg Central District. She achieved a pass mark of 300 out of 300 in history, making her the top performer in the 2024 NSC in Gauteng. Congratulations!
I want to not just look and tell us the history of the two sides. What is it done? Okay, our next category. The next one is our top learner in English, first additional language. This one obtained 281 out of 300 marks. Let us see who it is.
The position of top learner in English first language goes to Relebukile Maurice Mabua from Sijukiva Secondary School, Tshwane West District, who got 281 out of 300 in the subject. Well done!
Our next category is the top learner in life sciences. Hey, life science buffet. Again, we short shit A1. Imag, and the adults on the stage are going to ask you, what is a guy? Let us see who this learner is.
Let us put our hands together for Gamva Puta of Ingaizivele Secondary School in the District, who got 299 out of 300 marks for life sciences, taking the top spot in the NSC exams. Congratulations, Gamba.
As well as Ms. Helen Dinawane from Telkom come onto stage to join us in handing out the next few categories. We have another team member joining, which is Ms. Patricia Stock from SAICA, in place for Ms. Umakanya. And a special mention to SAICA because in this category, the learner who is receiving the top award also receives an additional 10,000 Rand voucher and a bursary from SAICA. Remember those 780,000 Rand ones I mentioned? It's one. So, the top learner who is coming up here in the subject of accounting also obtained 300 out of 300. Is this our next commissioner of stars? Let us see who it is.
Thank you for the applause. The top accounting learner spot in Gauteng is taken by Mosima Agnes Mailula from Stanza Kupane Secondary School in the Tshwane South District. Mailula got a pass mark of 300 out of 300 in the exams. We say, halala.
Halala. Our next category is the top learner in physical science. Note that I said top learner. It's been these are tough subjects. And again, we have an Einstein with 300 out of 300 marks. Let us see who it is.
We continue to place emphasis on top performance in the science field. And in that light, we congratulate Tatenda Rossi from Gauteng Secondary School in Tshwane South District, who was the top learner in physical science after getting a pass mark of 300 out of 300. Well done.
We now move on to the math subjects, and we are starting with the top learner in mathematical literacy, having obtained 295 out of 300. Let's see who it is.
Congratulations to Palisa Palonera Bibi of Makinani Secondary School in the Tswane West District for her achievement of 295 out of 300 in the exams. For her efforts, she scored the top spot for maths literacy in the 2024 NSC exams. Riaulebuhela.
Congratulations, Palisa. Well done. And now we move on to the top learners in mathematics. And here we have 2 students who obtained, guess what? Another one. Let's see who they are.
The best learners in mathematics are Nzako Tatorinane from Gauteng Secondary School, Tswane North District, and Jacinto Samuel from the Pathfinder Secondary School in the Tswane South District. Both obtained 300 out of 300 in maths in the 2024 NSC exams, making them the top performers. Congratulations!
So ladies and gentlemen, these students who have all listed on stage under the mathematics, the physical science, the life science and mathematical literacy subjects are all receiving, in addition to the prizes mentioned earlier, they are getting, instead of the laptops, 11.5-inch Huawei tablets with a stylish pen, 12.5 gigs voice and data with a pocket retail for 12 months starting in January now until December 2025, all sponsored by Telkom. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Take your seats. For the next categories, can I please request that Jabula Koza from MTN and Anka Brits from Riboni Furnitures join us on stage. And the next 2 categories are all related to the schools. We now have the top 3 independent schools. Let us see who has made the mark.
Congratulations to the following schools, which are the top 3 independent schools in Gauteng in the 2024 NSC exams. In 3rd place, Kiro Academy, Johannesburg West District. 2nd place, Franciscan Academy, Johannesburg South District. And in 1st place, JP Education Center, Johannesburg South District. Well done.
I see Kiro is up on stage. Do we have Franciscan Academy? I think making his way up, and then JP Education Center, as that you said. Congratulations on achieving 1st place.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the top 3 independent schools. And now we have the top 3 learners from the independent schools. These are the top 3 performing learners in independent schools. Let us see who they are.
The top 3 learners from independent schools were as follows. In third place, Masood Lari, Azadville Muslim School, Gauteng West District. Second place, Zakia Ahmad, Nenesia Muslim School, Johannesburg South District. And in first place, Yusuf Mohammed Musa, Kotuba Islamic Academy, Johannesburg East District, who received the following pass marks: English Home Language, 258, Afrikaans First Additional Language, 293, Physical Sciences, 289, Life Sciences, 295, Accounting, 291, Mathematics, 287, Life Orientation, 285, for a total of 1,713. Our congratulations.
That deserves an even louder round of applause because what we just see here is absolutely extraordinary. And now I'm moving on to something very special. This is an award I wish I got back in the day, but I'm now 16 years too late. This one is the Premier Stars. Let me tell you something about our Premier. When he knows you, he'll remember you. Wherever you go, hey, my child. Even the ABC, he gets on here and he says, my children. These people take it serious. And they're saying it when they're celebrating you, but they also say it when they are serving you. So, the Premier Stars. In this one, I'm going to ask that my father, Deputy Dad, because my real father is actually here in the audience. But Deputy Dad, Premier Fayazali, please can you make your way to the stage? As well as Ms. Charlotte Mekwe from the Industrial Development Corporation, Ms. Tenjue Ramoroto, who is the Regional General Manager at Old Mutual, for the Tule Visa Company, our kind sir here on stage, please. I also have a special request from my principal MC here, our HOD, that all MECs present, as well as DGs and HODs, please do join us on stage so that we can just visually represent the village that it is taking to raise the children of Gauteng. If you don't mind, please can you join us, MECs, HODs and DGs. the village, yes, absolutely. And I was very proud to see that a lot of you know the lyrics to the African Union Anthem. Very well done. So here we are announcing the category of the top performing township school. Please can we see which three they are?
The following schools are recognized as the best performing township schools in Gauteng in the 2024 MSc exams. In third place, Raymond Intel School Specialization, Johannesburg West District. Second place, Pumlani Secondary School, Ekurhuleni South District. And in first place, Lisiva Secondary School, Ekurhuleni North District. Well done. A round of applause, please.
Our next category, yes, you are staying. We still have some Premier Stars to award. Our Premier Stars in the top performing township learners category are receiving an additional voucher in cash sponsored by Goldfields. In the third place, a value of 10,000 Rand. In the second place, 15,000 Rand. And in the first position, 25,000 Rand on top of the 6,000 Rand you're already receiving. Let us see who they are.
We are also recognizing excellence from learners in TISH areas. In 2023, Morgan Mahlang from Rachwater Secondary in the Tshwane North District won the first prize. We congratulate the following learners for being the best performers from Gauteng Township Schools in the 2024 NSC exams. In third place, Musima Agnes Mailula, Standard Papa Secondary School, Tshwane South District. In second place, Tatenda Paurosi, Jafta Mahlang Secondary School, Tshwane South District. First place goes to Msaweko Siptelezi, from the Secondary School, Gauteng District. Received the following passages: Zulu Home Language, 275. English First Additional Language, 273. Geography, 292. Physical Sciences, 290. Mathematics, 299. Life Sciences, 292. Life Orientation, 282, for a total of 1,721. Congratulations to all the learners.
And the final category in the Premier Senior Stars Awards is the most improved school. In here, we only have one winner. Let us see who it is.
This is one of the most important categories, as it indicates the success of the interventions we have placed in schools to ensure a turnaround in performance. Last year, 3 schools made the list, with Mohalaki to NCDB West taking first place. This year, the award for the most improved school in Gauteng in the 2024 NSC goes to Champanan Secondary School, Tshwane West District. We congratulate you for the hard work.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have 3 more awards. Three more awards to hand out, and I will do that. But these are the big ones, and I know you won't leave because I haven't told you who the winners are. But ahead of that, I would like to bring on one of Gauteng's most bright shining stars. Does anyone in this room know Zimalo? Zimalo, anybody in the room? You Matric, you don't have to act shy, you passed. Your parents know they are. It's okay to be excited that Zimalo is going to be taking to the stage shortly. And after that, we go into the final 3 awards. See you in a little bit.
Sabarani